Here are the top 7 most important women who shaped the life and ministry of Jesus Christ. Number 7, Queen of Sheba. Although the Bible doesn't say much about Jesus during his childhood, we do know that when he was still a young boy living in Nazareth, he went with his family to Jerusalem for the Passover feast. And when he was 12 years old, he stayed behind in the temple and amazed everyone with his wisdom and understanding. The people were astonished, and his mother Mary said to him, "Son, why have you done this to us? See, your father and I have been looking for you anxiously." And Jesus replied, "Why were you looking for me? Did you not know that I must be about my Father's business?" Now, the religious leaders heard what he said and understood his words. But his parents didn't understand it at the time. This would have been a significant moment for Jesus, an early encounter where he revealed his identity as the Messiah and the Son of God. And it happened right after Jesus was visited by 3 wise men from the east, who had followed a star to find him and offer him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. It's possible that news of these visitors reached the Queen of Sheba, also known as Makeda. She ruled over a wealthy and powerful kingdom in modern-day Ethiopia and Yemen. She was famous for her wisdom and had heard about the amazing things Jesus was already doing at age 12. So she traveled all the way to Bethlehem to meet him, bringing a huge entourage with her. According to tradition, she gifted him with incense and asked him questions about his teachings. Some sources even claim that Jesus gave her a tour of the temple, which inspired her to build her own temple back home. However, there is no historical or biblical evidence to support this claim. Number 6, Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene is one of the most prominent women mentioned in the New Testament. She was a follower of Jesus who witnessed his crucifixion and resurrection. According to the Gospel of John, Mary Magdalene was a sinner who was forgiven by Jesus. She became one of his closest disciples and was present at the crucifixion, along with other women such as Joanna and Susanna. After Jesus' death, she went to his tomb, but it was empty. An angel told her that Jesus had risen, and she became the first person to see him after his resurrection. She then went to tell the disciples the good news, but they did not believe her. Mary Magdalene played a significant role in spreading the message of Jesus' resurrection, which is celebrated every Easter. Number 5, Mary, Mother of Jesus. Of course, we can't talk about the most important women in Jesus' life without mentioning his mother, Mary. She is a central figure in the Christian faith and the mother of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. According to the Bible, Mary was a virgin who was chosen by God to conceive and give birth to Jesus through the power of the Holy Spirit. She is known for her faith and obedience to God's will. Mary gave birth to Jesus in a stable in Bethlehem, and he was laid in a manger. She is also known for her role in the wedding at Cana, where she helped turn water into wine. Mary remained a faithful follower of Jesus throughout his ministry and was present at his crucifixion, along with other women such as Mary Magdalene and Mary of Clopas. Number 4, Martha and Lazarus. Martha and Lazarus were brother and sister who lived in Bethany, a village near Jerusalem. Martha was known for her hospitality and welcomed Jesus and his disciples into their home. When Jesus visited their house, he was greeted by Martha, who was busy serving him and his disciples a meal. Meanwhile, her sister Mary was sitting at Jesus' feet listening to him teach. Martha felt that Mary wasn't helping her and complained to Jesus. However, Jesus responded by saying that Mary had chosen the better part and would not be taken away from him. After this, Lazarus became one of Jesus' followers and was present at the Last Supper. However, he is perhaps best known for being the man whom Jesus raised from the dead after he had been dead for 4 days. This miracle is recorded in the Gospel of John and is considered one of the most significant miracles performed by Jesus. Number 2, Deborah. Deborah was the wife of Jerubbaal, who later became known as Gideon, and the mother of Gideon's youngest son, also named Jephthah. She is mentioned in the book of Judges in the Old Testament. Her story begins with an announcement from an angel of the Lord, who tells Gideon that his wife Deborah will conceive and give birth to a son who will become the leader of Israel. However, Deborah and Gideon had already made plans for their daughter-in-law to become the wife of Gideon's oldest son. Despite this, Deborah obeyed God's command and gave birth to Jephthah. Later, Jephthah grew up and became a judge, meaning he was a military leader who delivered Israel from its enemies. He led Israel to victory against the Ammonite king and made plans to sacrifice a bull as a burnt offering to God. However, when Jephthah returned home after his victory, his daughter came out to greet him, and he realized that he had vowed to sacrifice her if he won the battle. Even though Jephthah's daughter protested that he had made the vow before God, he still went ahead with the sacrifice. Some believe that this story shows that even the most righteous people like Deborah and Jephthah are not exempt from making mistakes and facing difficult choices. Others see it as an example of the importance of following through on one's promises, even when it is costly. Number 1. Eve. Eve is perhaps the most important woman in history because she is the first woman ever created. She was created from Adam's rib, according to the Bible, and was the first human to ever sin, eating fruit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil in the Garden of Eden. Eve's actions brought sin and suffering into the world and ultimately led to the fall of humanity. However, despite her mistake, Eve continued to have a significant role in the plan of salvation. She is the mother of all living people, and through her descendants, the Messiah would come to save humanity from their sins. This list barely scratches the surface. There are many other women who played significant roles in the life and ministry of Jesus Christ. Let us know in the comments below some of your favorite women from the Bible.